12.8, but with big gap of just over 150 points. That's going to be a big gap to make up. Not impossible for KAUL to overtake Vironen for a bronze, but I'm pretty sure Vironen, with the crowd behind her, isn't going to relinquish her place on the podium. Well, the rest of the athletes are out there. Likes of Bunde. There's PFISTER. Jana Koščak, she's 17th. RITARI 11th. We're moving our way towards the inside. Jansen was 10th. CANDÉ 9th. And the Frenchwoman Nduma Mona 8th. 660 points behind the leader. Long way back. Hinkelmann and then Eden Robinson. KAUL, we're sticking on KAUL. She does have a very slim chance of just grabbing the bronze from this woman, Enni Virjonen. I think it's unlikely, but it isn't a totally unbelievable possibility. Sarolta KRISZT, though, has a very good chance of grabbing gold. 208 equates to 994 points. That would take KRISZT close to the 6,300 mark. So it's going to be a real battle between Koščak and KRISZT for the gold medal. Standing to one side, Bolulas, she doesn't want to do it. KRISZT is the fastest woman in the field. We got the wrong German there, Ehlers. She's a good run. Ah, that's what happened. Now, Ehlers picked herself up quickly, though. So up front, it's KRISZT. She is by far and away the best 800-meter runner in this field. Just out of camera shot at the moment. It's AHETZ-ETCHEBER, 211 runner, also a very good 800-meter runner. Koščak's in there at the moment. Koščak still very much within that 6.5 second margin of error, shall we say. So KRISZT going through in 63.77. That's quick. That puts her on course for something close to her personal best of 2:08.38. Now, what can Koščak do? She's going to have to go through the pain barrier to stay within 6.5 seconds. Those are the projected points at the moment. Koščak going over 6,300 points for the first time in her life. KRISZT, well, I think she's going to be a lot better than that. And now the computer's starting to adjust, diminish the difference. KRISZT, as she starts to move away, is getting closer and closer on those projected to points. Virjonen, she's going through the 7 stages of hell to get around this track. She's pretty secure in the bronze medal position. Virjonen, I think, is going to get a big personal best. Now let's count down. It's going to be a great finish for Sarolta KRISZT. She's just going to be just outside her personal best. It's going to be 2:10.85. Now, where is Koščak? She's coming through. Just waiting to see. Koščak is unofficially in around 2:14. I think Koščak has just clinched the gold by a handful of points. There you can see it, 2:10.84 for Sarolta KRISZT, about 2 seconds outside of personal best. And it's a big personal best of 3.5 seconds for Jana Koščak, and that has actually clinched the gold. She's only given away just under 4 seconds to Sarolta KRISZT, and now she knows. It's been transmitted to her that she's got the gold, but she had to dig deep. She had to keep KRISZT within her eyesight and within 6.5 seconds. She's done that. Gold goes to Jana Koščak with that personal best. Sarolta KRISZT will take the silver. And a little bit further back, Enni Virjonen, 2:19. That's going to be good enough for bronze. That's the 1, 2, 3. And now they are starting to work out their points totals. Coaches and their support teams are letting them know what they've done and what it means in terms of where they're going to place. KRISZT did her level best. She tired on that second lap. She perhaps went out just a fraction too fast. Koščak didn't panic, and it's the Croatian World Junior Champion and now European Under-20 Champion. And she's still gasping for air. She really had to dig deep over those 2 laps of the track.
So impressive to finish with that PB. She just about kept it within that vital 6 seconds. And strangely, she's equaled the best that she produced. That was in Götzis 2 years ago. Exactly the same score, 6,293. So she remains 8th on the European Under-20 all-time list. Brilliant performance from KRISZT. She made a great effort. And it, you know, Koščak had a massive lead overnight, but a wonderful long jump from KRISZT with a PB of 6:33. That's what began to make this a difficult day for Koščak. So KRISZT has turned this into a brilliant competition because she didn't give up overnight.
No, in the end, 42 points difference between Jana Koščak and Sarolta KRISZT. Difficult 200 meters. That kept the point scores down, but of course it was the same conditions for everybody. If the conditions for the 200 meters would have been better, I'm sure we'd have seen both Jana Koščak and Sarolta KRISZT go over 6,003 points for the first time in their life. As it is, Sarolta KRISZT has got a personal best total of 6,251 points. Big smiles with the Finnish star Enni Virjonen, now confirmed in the bronze medal position. The crowd just got the news, that's why you heard the big cheer. Whew, she's saying. She's only about 2 seconds outside her best. Virjonen finishes with 6,060 points. KRISZT, as you rightly say, kept up the pressure. And if she could have just thrown a couple of meters more in the javelin, she was about 4 meters down on a personal best, whereas Koščak was just a few centimeters down on a personal best. That made a difference as well. KRISZT didn't throw in the towel though, she gave it everything in that 800 meters. That was a really tough competition for Jana Koščak. Things didn't go entirely her own way. It wasn't the dominating performance over her rivals that she expected. KRISZT did so well to keep in touch right the way through the competition. And there's what's now become the traditional finishing photo for the heptathletes, all bunched together. Staying with it right the way through. ZAITSEVA as well. Scored no points in the hurdles. She crashed into the hurdles but stayed with the competition right the way through to the end. There's the 800 meter result. Sarolta KRISZT 2:10.84, 952 points. KAUL 2:14.18. She gave it a go in the remote chance that she could get into the bronze medal position. Jana Koščak 2:14.56, a personal best for her. Virjonen a bit further down. And there it's all translated into the points scores. Jana Koščak, 6,293 points. It's been a long day. World Under-20 lead. Sarolta KRISZT, 42 points in arrears. And a national Under-20 record. Personal best, I should say, not a national Under-20 record. That still belongs to Saga Vainanen. Personal best for Virjonen in third place with 6,060 points. All the way down the line, 20 finishers. I think she's still catching her breath because that was such a tough 800 meters for Jana Koščak, but it shows her competitive mettle and her emotional maturity.
Really good run. And they've waited for the three medalists. It was VIRJONEN doing her interview in Finnish for the home crowd. Standing ovation from everyone around us. It's only us commentators sitting down, and even we're standing up now.
Yeah.
They absolutely love that. I knew they liked their athletics here, but it's been a while since I've watched any here, probably Helsinki 05, and I've forgotten how much they love it.
Yes, I mean, of course, they pack the stands here whenever there's a big event. And it's been a terrific 4 days of competition.